On this site, a forklift operator gets off his vehicle without engaging the parking brake. The forklift starts moving on its own, a mistake that could have had serious consequences. Always secure your forklift before leaving it. In a high-risk area, protective equipment is not optional. Every employee and visitor must protect themselves. Handling electrical wires without protection is like playing with fire. Without gloves or a helmet, this man attempted a repair. What happens next will remind him of a crucial rule: never underestimate electricity. On the side of a busy road, a worker is suspended in the air, repairing a utility line, when suddenly a truck comes along and turns everything upside down. At this construction site, 4 workers are standing near a trench about 1.5 meters deep, while an excavator operator keeps digging. Suddenly, the bucket strikes a buried water pipe. Fortunately, no one was injured, but the damage, disruption, and cleanup could all have been avoided. This man, standing on the liftgate of a service truck, is gathering gas cylinders. Once ready, he presses a button at the back of the truck to lower the liftgate. But suddenly, the mechanism jams before releasing abruptly, causing one of the cylinders to fall to the ground. This worker was guiding the placement of a load at the back of a truck when he was nearly struck. Moments later, the crane tipped over. The load was simply too heavy. Always make sure the weight being lifted does not exceed the crane's rated capacity. In this shocking video, a massive warehouse fire burns through dozens of 55-gallon drums of flammable liquid. As bystanders gather to watch, one barrel ignites and crashes violently to the ground. A reminder that a fire is never a spectacle. In this pizzeria, an employee tries to light the oven without noticing a gas leak. This time, nothing serious happened, but the danger was very real. Always check your installations before each use. In this cluttered yard, 2 workers stand still, leaning against a wall. Right in front of them, an excavator is maneuvering. One sudden movement, and it crashes into the wall, leaving no escape. Never position yourself in the path of moving equipment. Any movement of an excavator releases a force no human can withstand. Getting too close to a fan with long, loosely tied hair can quickly lead to disaster. This worker learned that the hard way. In this factory, a worker tries to unwrap a 5-ton steel coil, unaware of the energy built up inside. Fortunately, he escaped without serious injury. In this warehouse, a worker is focused on his task, unaware that he has placed his foot in the path of a moving forklift. The driver continues forward without noticing him. A simple action with very real consequences. At this construction site, an excavator is digging nearby while some workers stand next to a large concrete wall. Suddenly, without warning, the wall collapses. The mistake is not in the action itself, but in the anticipation. In this workshop, two workers approach a massive metal mold, standing upright on the ground and attached to a crane hook. But one fatal detail was overlooked. The mold wasn't properly secured. As it was being lifted, the hook gave way. By some miracle, he survived by being trapped inside the mold's cavity, narrowly escaping certain death. This maintenance technician attempts to repair and refill a fire extinguisher, but instead of following procedures, he crosses the safety limit. Always leave fire extinguisher maintenance to qualified professionals and use proper protective equipment. In this shocking footage, an excavator is performing routine digging operations while a worker stands inside the trench, unprotected and exposed. This is exactly what not to do. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and stay safe out there.